Okay, for this food, bring that up a little bit more. There we go. For this chicken, it's gonna be pretty simple. Got some chicken legs. I'm gonna coat them in seasoning or a dry rub. I'll show you guys how I do that. So I've got this Kinder's seasoning right here. You guys can see that. Got mild barbecue, and I've also got brown sugar. And I'll mix about a half of this container with a quarter of the brown sugar to give a little bit of sweetness. Oh, I'm out of barbecue. Shit. I gotta go to the store. Alright guys, so I just went to Meijer and I picked up some stuff. I'm actually gonna try a new thing for the first time. I just stuck the chicken that I just bought in the fridge, and I picked up a slab of ribs. Now this is gonna take 3 to 4 hours to cook, and it's supposed to be cooked at 325 on this, but for a nice slow roast and to get those meats tender, I looked up what temperature it should be cooked at for those purposes, and it came out to be 275 degrees, and then dial it back to 250 after an hour. So I'm just first new endeavor with this, so I'm gonna pull out some stuff. We're gonna need my biggest baking sheet. What's going on, guys? It is quite a bit later for today's vlog. Well, in today's vlog, I should say. I went to the store and I picked up my barbecue sauce, and I decided I'm not gonna cook the chicken today. And I already showed you guys earlier what I'm gonna be cooking. So I picked up some ribs, and these will take a while. And I'm gonna go through my learning process and how to cook this, because I'm gonna start documenting the meals that I cook and what I'm trying to learn, because I've thought about starting a restaurant in the future, or like a shack of some sort, or a food truck. I don't know, it's a thought. And if I can create content around cooking, not only can people see what I'm doing that's improving my cooking methods, but also trying new things. That's what I'm really excited about, is to try new things when it comes to cooking. Not only for personal enjoyment, but also possibly for relationship betterment. It's a lot. It helps a lot with dating. That's for certain, and it also helps maybe with even professional betterment, because if people are coming over for a networking event, or you're trying to get a client, cook for them, possibly, and that could help solidify the deal. So getting right into it, I have, how many pounds is this? 3 pounds of ribs. I pick up this this Twisted DQ, or this Twisted Q Sweet Heat Rib Rub. And I talked to a guy there, and he said this should suffice for that. I also got Vermont Creamery cultured butter with sea salt, and it's gonna be 82% butter fat for that. I have no preference on what kind of butter I use. I need to learn a lot about a lot of different things with butter and cooking and stuff. So I picked up these because I used them in the past for my meals, and I love the taste of this butter. It's real rich. Plus sea salt, it naturally salts the meat anyway, without having to put too much salt and pepper on it before you even start working with it. And the barbecue sauce I'm using is Stubbs Hickory Bourbon. And I've never used this before, I don't believe. However, I've heard good things about it. Actually, you know what? Nope, never used it. I thought I had some in there, but I'm excited to use this. I'm excited to get on the way with this. So let's go ahead and do it and start by washing our hands, because I've been petting Zeus and he's had some skin issues today. And who knows what's on my hands right now. Grab a towel. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is preheat the oven. So that's gonna be going to 275. Bake up. Oop, let's go down. The package calls for, what did it call for? 325 or preheat oven to 325, but this is going to be a slow cook. It's not going to be super fast because I want that meat to be able to fall off the bone real well. Okay, and the second thing we're going to do here, kind of just going through a checklist I have in my head right now, I don't have anything on paper, is we're going to open up this rib package and then cut off the membrane that is on it, because that holds the ribs together. In another video, oh, I just cut through the aluminum foil. Damn. Okay, let's pull these boys out. Some long ribs. Might have to cut them in half. Drop it back over. It's got a good double base here. And then in a minute, in a little while, I'll have to wrap this. So we're gonna flip the ribs over and see what membrane they are talking about. I don't think I see one here. It looks like they already got one off or took it off, unless this is it. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. Rinse our hands off real quick. Just going to keep a paper towel or a couple on the side here to dry my hands as I need. This is a situation to cook. Ooh, shit. That smells good. I can already smell that. It smells wonderful. Is my mic on? Hey guys, it's been a minute. Sorry, I forgot to turn my mic on before. It'll be like 2 seconds of that before I realize it's still off. So what I'm doing today is, since I talked to you guys earlier about this, I'm cooking up some ribs, or attempting to in any way. And I'm excited to do this because I've never cooked ribs before. And I've already preheated the oven to 275, and that's currently warming up right now. And I'm about to season the ribs with this Twisted Q Sweet Heat Rib Rub. That's a tongue twister. Say that. Try saying that 50 times fast. Rib rub, rib rub, rib rub, rib rub. And just getting this done. I don't know how this package is supposed to work here. You just kind of sprinkle it over. Like that. Oh, I forgot to put the butter on it. Shit. Oh well. Just realized you guys couldn't see anything through the GoPro. Okay. Go ahead and flip her over and get the other side done too. Begin to wrap it. Put it on there sideways, and it is almost done preheating. I'll wash my hands again real quick. I almost used that entire package. I didn't even need it all. Probably could have gone with about half a pack. And this is going to be a long time cooking. It'll take about 3 or 4 hours to get done. So after it's in, I'll come back in every hour. I'll set timers so you guys can keep track just as well as so I can keep track on what's all going on. That is the preheater timer. We are done preheating it. It's going to go right in the oven just like that. And then every time I check on it every hour, I'm going to open it up, baste it with barbecue sauce, this stuff. And while we're at it, I'm going to see if it's possible to cook chicken legs at 275, because that sounds like a pretty good experiment to see if it really affects how much that chicken meat comes off. So I'm going to Google that real quick. Alrighty guys, so I decided, and I actually Googled how long it would take chicken legs to cook at 275 instead of 400. So 125 degrees less. And it's about the same as the ribs. So I'm gonna actually, it may be a little less because it's a smaller, less dense piece of meat. So I'm gonna cook that for you guys right now too. So let me grab another. Time I cooked chicken legs was 2 days ago, and I loved the way it came out. It was super crisp, really good tasting wise. So I have a bowl, and in this bowl I'm going to put some mild barbecue. I'm about to do most of it mild barbecue here. This is how I cooked it last time. It came out really well. And then I will also use a bit of brown sugar seasoning. That should do it. I'll mix it together. A little spoon. Put that down a little bit more. That should be good there. And the last time I cooked it like this and mixing those two together, it really brought out a rich flavor of sweet from the brown sugar and then also the mild. It was honestly some of the best chicken I've ever cooked and maybe some of the best chicken I've ever had. And I'm real picky when it comes to chicken. I've got chicken breasts in the refrigerator. I'm not a big fan of chicken breast because I don't really like white meat, but I'm a sucker for a good dark meat. Next up, let me grab some butter. And I'm going to microwave the butter and I'm going to baste it across the chicken like I intended to do originally with the ribs. And this is going to allow that seasoning to stick real well to the chicken. Throw that in the microwave for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna throw in a Zin pouch while we're at it. And we got another 37 minutes before the first flip. I only have 5 legs thawed out currently. I'm gonna open this up real quick. Actually, I'm willing to bet I have 6. Yep. I'll stagger them a little bit so even heat distribution can go through, and I kind of alternate bone up, bone down, bone up, bone down, kind of a setup. Got the butter melted. It looks like eggs, and is you feeling that? Feeling the Benadryl? There's my baste thing. These dishes are all clean, thankfully. So while these are in the oven too, I will empty the dishwasher. The butter smells really good. This is also going to help crispen up the skin a good fair bit. Once it goes in the oven, it hits that heat, the butter's just going to fry it, kinda, in a way. Keep that working. And then, stop. I don't feel like getting my hands all buttery at this current moment, so I'm gonna grab my good old grilling tongs and flip these guys real quick. We're gonna hit the sides too. These legs are kind of small, but for snacks and portions and such, they're good. Got so much butter on here, I could really just move it around. This is also going to help, having the butter there is going to help with them sticking when I do put them in. Though I didn't have too many issues with that because I repeatedly coat them with barbecue towards the end of it all. Okay, so now I have to touch them. I'm going to roll my sleeves up real quick. Quick roll. Quick roll. They're slippy. Gotta do this quick because that butter will solidify on this chicken because it's cold right now. Though they're starting to warm up a little bit with the butter being on them straight out of the microwave, it's gonna help cook them a little bit more. If you ever cooked cold meat before, I'm talking really cold meat, you may find it difficult to work with because cold meat likes to cook the outside and then have difficulty reaching the internal areas. And that's why it's important if you're going to be cooking cold meat to cook at a lower temperature or to let it sit out for 20 minutes to an hour so it has time to work itself out. Alrighty, it's been an hour now. It's time to take out the ribs and the chicken and graciously coat them in a wonderful barbecue sauce. Doing big stretch, buddy boy? Alrighty. Go and pull out the ribs first, take a look and see how they're looking. Oh wow. Oh my word. You guys see that alright? Woo! Crack open this boy. What I like about cooking ribs like this is ribs itself, like when you get them at a restaurant, it's expensive, like sometimes $15 to $35 to sometimes $50 for a full rack. And you can get these at Meijer for something like $12. I think it cost me right under $12 when I picked them up, which was wonderful. Now let's pull out the chicken and get that a coat. Two. Time to take the ribs out, just about, probably about 10 minutes, actually 15 minutes. And I'm gonna do the chicken real quick, once again. Another thing I really like about cooking chicken and ribs is the mess isn't that bad, really. Like, it's a quick cleanup, a little bit of 409 on the counters, and it's easy to work with. Just a bit. I don't know how to flip ribs either, so I'm kind of figuring this out. I'm guessing you can just go like this, and voila, perfect. Working with these ribs. Pour it over real quick. God, I want to eat these right now, but I can't because they're still undercooked. Hey Siri. Start timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
It's been a half an hour for the chicken. I'm gonna pull that out now. Check the temp on it. Go ahead and turn this guy on. Oh yeah, they're done. They are definitely done, but I'm gonna flip them one more time. Ooh, maybe I don't have to. Put them back in. Then we got a half an hour longer, and then we got a half an hour, at the end of the half an hour, we'll also do the ribs. This is exciting, guys. Okay, the chicken is done. We have 11 minutes on the ribs. Let's go ahead and set these on a plate and get ready to devour them. Another 2 hours with the ribs, I think. Take a look at those. Beautiful. Ooh. Come on, focus. Baste them again. Watch out. Good boy. Here's the chicken. Doesn't that just look phenomenal? I wish it was a little crunchier. It's kind of difficult to do that in the oven. Let's see how these turned out. I probably should let them sit a little longer, but I'm too hungry and this looks too good. Oh my God. That's so good. Oh, Jesus. All right, guys, so it's time to pull out.
That's what she said.
The ribs. It is, it's a lot later. It's 8:30 now, 8:20, and I've been doing this for 4 hours.
That's what she said. No.
And hopefully they're done. If not, I'll keep them in a little bit longer to see if it'll tender them up a little bit more.
That's what she said.
But they've been in for a minute, a good fat minute. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab the oven mitt, or my grandmother, God bless her heart, she's passed by this point, but she crocheted this, and I will keep this forever and ever. And you do need to find a way to wash it, though. I don't know how to wash crochet items, so if y'all know, share it, please. I wanted to share these ribs with my neighbor, Aiden. I have a neighbor upstairs. Oh my God, that's just falling apart. Holy crap. Okay. Hang on a second. I had to change the angle on this because this just looks so good. I'm gonna move the mic over here. Ooh, I can't. Well, shit. Okay. Okay, let's see what happens if I lift these boys up. Those ribs are just coming straight out. Oh my god. So tender. Holy crap. Jesus. I need to let those cool down for a minute. Oop, shit. Camera. And, I gotta tell you guys, if you have never, real quick, this is completely unrelated, but if you've never seen the movie The Arrival with Amy Adams and Jeremy Renner, you need to go watch that movie because it is so good. I've seen it like probably 8 or 9 times now, and every single time I watch that movie, I shed tears. And I judge a good movie based on if it can make me cry, good tears or bad tears, happy or sad, or if I get to do ooh or ooh, those kinds of reactions. So every time I watch that movie, it still gets to me. It's like watching Titanic or Finding Nemo for me, or it's a good action, Transformers. It just brings in certain. That's why I love film so much. Like I've thought about going and becoming an actor, but really it's like the cinematics for me. I've thought about acting. I'm actually still considering it, but I gotta let these guys cool down for a minute because they pack a bite. I'll tell you that right now. I'm excited to get into those. But this is gonna be the end of the video for today. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. In the next video, I will be going over what I pack to prepare for a backpacking trip, which I'll probably be going out for Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll come back on Friday to kick off the weekend of driving. And I'm going to be driving tomorrow, and I'll take a break in the afternoon and film that video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a good night, and be happy.